Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the final hour of trading here, Monday, April the 11th. It's 3 o'clock Eastern Time, and we're going to finish off the market. The question is, will the day stay negative? Because it's been negative from the opening. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. We've been down 1.5 to 2 odd percentage points on the Nasdaq all day long. We're right now down 1.5. We're down 1.1 on S&P. We're down 0.69 on the New York Exchange, the Dow Jones. So the Dow's down 197, the S&P down 48, Nasdaq down 201. Oil still negative $4.17 at 94.09. Good news for those of you at the at the gas pump going forward. Obviously, drop 5% in value on the crude. Would be nice to see 8-10 cents a gallon come off the price again over the next few days. Next week or two. We've obviously gone from this 115.20 neighborhood at the worst of it, now down to 94. Volume, I don't know if it's all that heavy. I don't know if we have a really heavy barn burner of a day going on here. We haven't seen violent moves in the averages either. It's been kind of a grind, I suppose, but it is what it is. The low on the Dow was set at 2 o'clock today, when it hit 34,430. Now that is 100 points ago. So we were down 280 for the Dow Jones at the worst of it. And now we're at down about 190 right now. So there's a bit of an indication. It's mainly down with a little blip at the end, but this blip at the end is only bringing us back to where we were an hour ago. So are we going to hit successive lows going into the close, or are we just going to peter out here? We'll see. The other two markets are not, they don't seem to be on much of a recovery mode, although, and NASDAQ has moderated a little bit. I'll give NASDAQ a little bit of a moderation. It looks like it got down to, what was it, 13,448. It's now 13,514. And NASDAQ's come back 60 points, but from 260 to 200. Not much of a recovery going on here, okay? So that's what I see happening right now on the big markets up there. On our favorites, there's where we're wondering what's going to happen on our favorite stocks here. Gamestop right now, 146.96, up 77 cents. It did touch 148 a few minutes ago, like 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, and it's backed off now to 146.96 again. So it's not going far. Just looking at some of the Dow performers, the best performer on a percentage gain today is Verizon. It's up 1%. That is the winner of the Dow. Boeing is up 1%. 3M is up 0.96. Dow's up. Dow Chemical 0.85. Travelers, Goldman, Amgen 0.5%, 1/3%. The loser today, the biggest losers on the Dow: Microsoft, American Express, Chevron, Apple, Cisco, Nike, Walgreens. They're 1.5% to 3% down. Walmart, United Healthcare, and Merck are near a point. Everyone else is 0.5 point to a point. So it is not a full-blown get me out of Dodge market. It is just a slumpy kind of a market. And I think we might get more of this. I would say to you out there, do not fear an upside spike to catch you offside, that the market's going to have a 1,000-point rally day. That isn't going to happen. I think we're going to be a little more subdued here. I think also a lot of fund managers and day traders, desk traders, they're taking this wait-and-see attitude right now with this market. Let's just see this interest rate policy. What effect is that going to have? What about supply chain issues? Let's wait and see what this looks like. And I've said it this morning. I will keep repeating it. The China problem is a problem, and it is a slow-moving train wreck. It's a slow-motion train wreck. You know how it's going to end. Not pretty. The question is, what's the carnage between now and when it all stops? And that's the question. The Dow right now down 240. A little dip here coming in again. On the market, 240 point down dip, and we're 50 points away from the low of the day on the Dow Jones. And that's where I see it right now. Xterra's down 2 cents. Rocket Lab is up 4, 784. Nothing going on here. SoFi down 12 cents at 774. We did hit a new all-time low this morning for SoFi, just in case anyone missed it. It hit a new low and no one seemed to care. It was really quiet. We're about 20 cents away from that low of the day. 30 odd million traded today. I'm convinced it's a winner. I'm a long-term believer in it. The lower it goes, the more I recommend you get it. Just grab it and tuck it away. Because the time will come where this stock will be recognized for its true prowess. I mean, what it's really capable of, this company. And all the other side issues about student loan memorandum and interest rate concerns, and that will not be a factor. The upside on this stock, there's so much upside for this company. Versus any downside issues won't make a difference. But we have to have a market in a better mood. That's truly part of it. The GameStop situation, 146.36, up 17 cents right now. We're flatlining around here. I don't see it going to the moon. I see no corporate developments. We won't see new financials till June. So, we got nothing new coming here. We need 10 weeks to go by before we have new financials. So I am not anticipating anything incredible on GameStop. And I'm sort of thinking that right now it's pausing between 140 and 150, 55, kind of in this neighborhood. It can do that. It sure could do that for a little while. But at the end of the day, to move this market, the stock needs volume. And we're not getting volume. GameStop volume today, 2 million shares right now. So what are we going to end up at? 2.2, 2.4? Is that the day? That's our day. You're not going anywhere. And after a week of this kind of volume, we're going to be lower. So we have to see. AMC 1856 is trying a little rally. It did bottom out to 1772. 31 million traded today on AMC. Fair enough. It's had a real drop. It's had a bigger drop than GameStop. GameStop would be back to 100 a share if it were doing what AMC is doing, or at least 110. But AMC is pausing at the moment, 1858. Matterport 713, up 7 cents. Looks like Matterport has kind of found a bottom and really doesn't really want to go beyond it. 571 was the bottom of this stock a couple weeks ago. Now we're in this 7 neighborhood, hanging around here. On 23andMe, we're down a half a penny at 335.5 cents. Spire, we're down 6.5 cents at 188.5. We touched this morning 182 for the low. We're now 188. There's not a lot happening here on Spire today. On Hycroft Mining, the deal that AMC got into, that mining deal, 217 a share, up a penny. ATIP 180, down 1 penny. Smart Rent 7.5 cents lower at 479.5, just about 480 a share on Smart Rent. Very quiet day here. Pfizer 54.08, down $1.09. Doesn't tell the whole story. Pfizer this morning was 56.32. We have lost $2.24 from the high of the day today. And it's now down 109 on Pfizer, and that is a little more like it because the shares had a bit of a pop last week that didn't look to be sustainable, and so sure enough, it's giving some of that back. On Hewlett Packard HPQ, my new add-on stocks to definitely take a look at. 38.42, down 21 cents. If you can get this stock between $36 and $37, you are stealing it. If you buy it under 38, you're getting one heck of a good deal. It's still cheap here, but it is not going to be a doubler. I'm not calling this stock to go to 76 this year. It's not that kind of stock. This is a stock that you can acquire if you want to acquire paper, and you can write options on it. So obviously 100 shares would be $3,800. But you can also buy deep in the money call options, and looking at $25 calls would be the way to go. If you can get those for 14 or less, $1,400 investment to now write call options against this stock, let's say writing May calls, 140s, 41s, but buck and a half, $2.50 ahead of the market, something like that. Yeah, I like the if you can score 25 to 35 cents a week net premium to you as they depreciate out. This is good money. This is like $1.25 to $1.40 on a $1,400 investment every month. I like that. That's good. That's good. That's a good payoff for writing an option on a very, conservatively on a conservative type of stock. This stock, by the way, is trading at 6.9 times earnings. So it's a very cheap priced high tech stock. Cash generator, money maker, you name it. Now, Robinhood up 18 cents to 11.42. How long will Robinhood hold $10 before it drops below 10? Vanek Vectors SMH down 405 today to 242. Picking up $200 deep in the money calls might be the move here. This stock, the low for this ETF, the low in the last 52 weeks, 222. So getting 200s, 190s, 180s, and then writing call options against them might be a good strategy. This does have good movement, good swing movement. Home Depot 278 is the down dip today at $308. The 52-week range on Home Depot, by the way, 293 for the low, which we're a lot closer to. The high 420. So this stock has come off $112 from its high of the year to here, and it's trading at 19.8 times earnings. But this requires deep in the money call, like a 240, something like that, 20% in the money, so about 240, and you don't want to pay more than $70 for that call. You want it to be mostly book value, 90% or more. But you can write call options on HD. This moves. This stock can move $5-10 in a share in a day. The shares can move that much. So there's room to make money on day trades, on calls, or weekly calls. Definitely available on Home Depot. IBM 126.87 down 86 cents. Strategy here would be to buy $100 call options deep in the money, way down the road, like next January's. But you got to get them for under, say, 29. You don't want to overpay for them. You probably won't have to, and then you'll be able to write 1, 2, 3 week out calls on IBM and take the money. Microsoft 286.58 down 10.39 today. It's been a bad 2 weeks for Microsoft. Let me tell you, those shares, heck, even a week ago, last Monday they were $313. Last Monday they're $286, so that's $26 drop. There you go. Again, this is one you buy deep in the money and you write calls against it. Low for the year, by the way, 238. So this isn't at the low. Even with a $26 drop, it's not at the low. The high, 349. Remember those days? Man, 349 on Microsoft. Apple, 166.62 down 347. So this one, again, is one of those where you buy deep in the money calls in the 140 range. Maybe even 130 range. You want to be 20% below this price for a deep in the money call. Then write short-term covered calls on it. Goldman 323.26 up 187. It started with a shot straight up, and that's been a slow drift back. It reached today 328. Now it's at 323. So it's giving a little back. Earnings coming up this week on Goldman. Cisco 106 lower, 53.22, back to the 50 range is kind of where I think we're headed here. Facebook 218, that is supposed to back off. This had a $235 price last Monday, and that was too high. More like 210 would be normal, and it's quickly getting back to normal. Amazon $3,037 down $52. Tesla at $984 down 40. Google 2610 down $70 today. Google in the last week, Monday it was at 28.60 last week. That's a $250 drop in price for Google shares to 2610. We're up 70 today, by the way. In the last month, what a run! A month ago, they were as low as 25.38, which $80 from here still. They're still $80 higher than that. Reached this 28.70, 28 whatever, and now back to 26.10. What a range! The low for the 52 weeks, 2,200. The high 3,000, and so we're at 2,600. That's the middle, and this one is going to split 20-1. So right now, Google is trading at $130 a share approximately. If you break it down by 20-1, on the Amazon at $3,035, it's a $150 stock, 151, something like that. Right here, Amazon, just for fun, just to see the highs and lows. High on the Amazon, $37.73, $740 higher than this. The low, $26.71, and this is at 3,033. So we're only, 400 something, not even $400 away from the low, closer to the low than the high on Amazon. So the lower it gets, the closer to the low of the year, or the low of the last year, and the split will be 20-1. Will it go straight up after the split? No guarantee of that. But a whole lot more people will be playing this stock, will be speculating on this stock. A whole bunch more will be doing this. And that is going to make things really interesting on Google and Amazon, because we have not had these two in the heavy duty, very active options market, because the price is too high. It's just too expensive for most retail investors to play. There's a lot of players out there between $1,000 and $10,000 that want to play options. They want to take quick, fast bets, but they want to have a number of contracts for that kind of money, and they don't want to have just one. And so, with a 20-1 rollback on Google, Amazon, you're talking now between $130 and $150 for the two stocks at this point in time. That's what they'll be trading at. So to flip around $130 and $150 contracts that have $3 to $5 premiums on them with a few days left to go, you're talking now, $500 contracts. Yeah, somebody with 10 grand, 20 contracts. We got leverage. Here we go. So the speculation might pick up. And also, of course, those who day trade the stock, people can now day trade, 100 shares a day, 200 at a time, 500 at a time. You got $1,500. You'll be able to day trade Amazon 100 shares back and forth. You got 15 grand. You're gonna be able to flip 1,000 Amazon around after the split. So watch for a lot more volatility. Bed Bath Beyond down 14 cents. BlackBerry unchanged. Royal Caribbean up $1.36 to $79.22. We have Target down $2.79. JP Morgan up 34 cents, holding a gain like Goldman Sachs is holding a little gain. Costco down $13.50 today to $5.86. Interesting to see that. Nvidia down $10 today. Over at American Airlines, we're at 57 cents to $17.16. Lots of hope for increased traffic in the summertime. Problem is the airlines don't have the staff to man the planes. They're short on personnel. Airline workers are doing exactly what you guys are doing at home right now. You're watching me on this show. There's so many of you out there going, I think I'd rather trade stock and I'd rather watch Uncle Bruce and trade option contracts, write them and make money. Why should I go to work for an airline? What's the starting wage? If I'm a ticket agent at the airport, what are they going to offer me? $40 an hour? $30 an hour? I mean, the starting wages at these airlines are not that great. They are probably only going to give you swing shifts and odd hours and stuff because you have to have seniority to kind of get there. Why would people want to do that? There's probably a lot of folks who would be interested in working for the airline because of all the perks that they can offer, theoretically. But, they're probably thinking to themselves, one, if I can work from home, I'm working from home. That's number one. Number two, if I can work near home, I'm going to do that. So if I can be a couple miles away from my house, within 3-4 miles away from my house, to work at a Starbucks or to work at a Target or work at, if it's retail, if I'm going to interact with people, I can interact with them at the airport and they're all mad at me, or I can interact with them at Starbucks and I make them happy when I hand them their coffee, hopefully. Maybe I'll do that and I'll work my 4 hours a day. I just want 4 hours, and I'll put in 4 or 5 days a week and make my 20 hours. Thank you. Give me 17 bucks an hour. That's 350 a week, 1,400 a month. Thank you. Clear $1,200. Thank you. And I'll watch Uncle Bruce and enjoy my free Starbucks coffee at home, and that'll keep me awake. And I'll trade. I'll write options. Why work for American Airlines? That might be it. I don't know. We'll see. Alaska's having problems. JetBlue is having problems. They're cutting back flights. JetBlue is cutting flights. Of course, JetBlue wants to take over. Was it Frontier? Spirit or Frontier, one of the others, and then Frontier, Spirit, they want to merge. It's all up in the air. I don't think any of it's going through. I think it'll all be denied by the Justice Department. We'll see. All right, Netflix down $5, and Moderna down $1.43. Going back to the market, we're now down 285 on the Dow, and I think we are approaching, if not near the low of the day. Yeah, we're 7 points away from the low of the day today. So we're not going anywhere here. More pressure on the market. GameStop defying the logic, up $1 a share at 147. AMC up 35 cents and Rocket Lab up 7. They're up on a real down day here. SoFi still down 7 cents at 780, but it's trying to come back. Matterport is up 11. ME is unchanged. Spire is coming back to 189.5, down 5.5 cents. ATIP down a half a penny. SmartRent down 7.5. Pfizer still down 119 to 53.98. Hewlett Packard down 31 cents. So there's a real recap for you on the day. Let's see what's going on. But credit savage. Okay, Uncle Bruce, I have been patient. It seems GameStop is hard at it's having a hard time coming down. I have a GameStop $90 covered call that expires on April 22. What would be a good stink bid to buy it back so I can make up some of that money by running a covered call right away? Well, it's likely your April 22 contract is trading at book value. So there's no more time premium you have to worry about getting back. It's come back to you as far as that goes. So if you're going to buy this thing back, you're going to end up paying the book value that it's worth. That's the good news. Okay, so that's one. The bad news, of course, at $147 a share, a $90 contract is 57 in the money. So now that forces you to look for a contract worth $57 or more that you can write to offset the cost of buying this one back, right? That still keeps in your pocket the original price you got when you sold this 90. When you originally wrote the 90, I don't know if you got a $10 premium at that time or an $8 premium. Whatever the premium you got then, to preserve it, you're going to have to do a rollover dollar for dollar on this contract, okay? Buy this one back, sell the next one. Now, the question is, what contract would you have to write to bring in for you $57 or more on a contract? That is the proverbial question. And I can assure you that there will not be a call that expires in 3 or 4 or 5 weeks that's going to give you this kind of premium at a higher price than 90. You're going to have to go down the line to, you're going to have to give up some time to get this cash. But I will say this, if you do give up some time, you will be able to write a higher strike price call, which means that the majority of this money you're raising by selling the new call will be time premium, hopefully. And that's what you want it to be. So I'm looking here, 50-something dollars a contract. Yeah, so here I am looking at January 2023 130s that are offered at $57. I'm looking at 135s offered at just under $57. Again, you have to pay about $57.50 to get your calls back. If you took a little less money, if you took $55 to write a call, in theory, you might be able to sell a 140 January 2023. Now that's a $50 move up in strike price. Number one, that's the first smart move to make. The second smart move is that by writing that 140 for January, it's a $55 premium on the offer. I'm just quoting. If you could score $55 for that contract, it's only $2 in the money, or $7 in the money. Pardon me, $7 in the money. It's $48 premium, and that will shrink away. A very important safety tip for you. So That is a thought. You could look at writing 150s for January again. January 150s have 829 contracts outstanding. The open interest, it's a nice round number, obviously, but they're only offered they're trading between 47 and 49.55. That means it'll cost you money, and that might eat up all the cash you already got when you wrote the first call. The trick about a rollover is to roll over a contract to preserve your initial investment. Another thing to consider, just to throw this at you a little bit, if you feel that in the next 2 or 3 months that it's possible the shares could go down to 120 a share just for a while, then you might want to look at writing $130 contracts or 125s for January 22. And the reason I say that is that you might score as much as $60 to $61 on a 125, or on a 120 you might score $62 a contract, bringing you more money than you've got to pay to get these 90s back. So if you're buying the 90s back for 57, 58 bucks and you can get 62 on the other side, you're adding $4 a contract more in your account on top of what you had already for the contracts that you wrote in the first place. Now, I'm going to guess that you got $11 a contract. I don't know what you got, but let's say you got 11. And then you can add 4 to it. Now you need to buy these contracts back at $15 each if this were to be your last position. In other words, if the shares back off enough, these calls will have no book value, only time value, and as each month goes by, they shrink. Once they reach $15, if you don't do anything between now and then, you will break even on your entire transaction. And if your stock is still at 120.25, which again I'm thinking it would be, you're still ahead the $30, $35 a share that you were when you wrote the first batch. When you wrote those 90s, the stock wasn't at 90. You were probably writing at 90 when the stock was 85 or 84. I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure on this. Another thought, if you do write a 145, a 150, a 140 for January 2023, and the shares give us another, $25 down dip to 120 range, they go to 120. These 140s and 50s, they'll all drop $10, $12 a piece. They'll all drop in value. That then makes you start looking at October contracts to see if you can roll into October's. You might go from like a 145 January into a 135 October for the same amount of money, and you come in 3 months in time. So you're not going to wait till January to get out. Now you're only out till October. The shares want to back off to 110.15. You might come back to July on another roll down. You'll roll it down. You'll keep coming, still preserving the dollars, but you're now shrinking the time frame that you're waiting for your contract to pay you back. Let me take a look right now at October 22's, just for the heck of it all. $57 contracts. You'd only be able to write 115s. 110s would get you about $59. This is a $20 move up. This is not enough. I would rather you be in the 140 neighborhood. I'd rather you were being up there, just to get you into the area code of this market. If these shares, like I said, drop to 130, 125, and you've written 140s or 145s for January 23, you're out of the money now. You're out of the money $10, $15, $20 out of the money. These calls will drop, and that's what you're after. Obviously, the calls you have would have dropped too. The problem with the calls you have is that they die April 22nd, and that is in 11 days. You don't have 3 months, 4 months to kind of make it back. Another thought I'll just throw at you, again, this is just a quick little, see if I can get this to work, a quick little hi, how are you thought. Let my big ass iPad refresh here, so give me just a minute. Okay, there it goes. And if I can get that button to work. There we go, I think. Okay. Can you make a move? Let me see here. I'm right now looking at May contracts. I'm now looking at May's, so just bear with me. I'm trying to see if there's anything in May that you can write to just extend this thing. May 27th, the last Friday in May. Yeah, not much. I mean, you can write a 95 and you might get $56. A 90 will get you $60. So you buy one back at 57, sell one at 60, you're plus $3, but you haven't changed your strike price. Not exciting, is it? No, it isn't. Writing a 100 for the end of May will only net you about, if you get the offer, at $52. So there is no real, big time upside there. And going to June contracts, going further out, but not too far out, June 100s would get you maybe $54. June 90s will get you 62. So you might be able to add $4 to $5 in your account by writing those. I wouldn't recommend it. July 22s, for $57, you're going to be at about $100, maybe, just short of that. So you're not going to get from 90 to 110 or 120. You've got to go out to January of 2023. I think that's the way to go. And get yourself up to 140s, 145s, somewhere in that neighborhood. That's where I would be targeting your rollover. That's just my advice. The Dow down 339 right now. We're having a down dip day here. Let me look at the rest of the markets and see what's going on. We've got the S&P down 64 points and NASDAQ down 250. Now, NASDAQ's down 1.85%. S&P down 1.4. The Dow only down 0.97, about a percentage point. So the Dow is still 300 points away from the NASDAQ carnage that's going on today. NASDAQ is way underperforming the Dow. 343 down dip on the Dow right now. GameStop 147.54 up 135 a share. And on this rollover, by the way, credit 7, you don't have to do it today. I mean, you can do it tomorrow, Wednesday. Just don't get exercised. Don't get assigned at 90. That's the key, though, right? So if you can pull the trade off today, great. If the share's a little higher right now, get you a better premium on these 140, 45s for January, then make the move and get it done and get it over with. And let's see what else happens. Okay. All right. What else is happening here? SoFi down 11 cents to 776. Let's see here. Wavy Gravy is looking at writing maybe a 150, paying around 490 right now for this Friday. Again, at 147.23, writing at 50. Yeah, that's not a bad thing to do. It's almost a $5 contract. $5 for a contract, $270 out of the money. Yeah, it's pretty good. For 3 days. Anyway, from my July 145 still hasn't dropped much at all. Time premium staying high. GameStop price has gone down $40 since I sold the call. There you have it. This is the thing with these further outs. You've got to be patient. You're only going to get $1 or $2 a week in time premium loss, but that will accelerate. And of course, it becomes a bigger percentage of the value of the contract because, when they get down into the 20s, losing $2 a week, ooh, there's 10% a week going out the door. And when they reach, $11 and they drop $2 a week, ooh, there's 20% going out the door. That is the thing. That is the dealio. Anyway, we're down 367 on the Dow. Xterra down 7. Rocket Lab up 6. SoFi at 776 down 11. GameStop 147.12 right here, up 93 cents. AMC's up 29, giving back a little bit of ground though. It looks like AMC kind of topped out at 1873. We're 1852 now. We've given up 21 cents. We do have 26 minutes left in the day, and there's a little bit of selling coming to AMC now. Matterport up 6 cents. ME unchanged. Spire down 7. ATIP down a penny. Smart Rent down 4.5. Pfizer down $1.30 to 53.87. So we got some selling coming in. Hewlett Packard down 38 cents to 38.25. Getting more attractive looking all the time. 377 drop on the Dow. 275 drop on NASDAQ, down 2%. The Dow now 1.09%. So the Dow is accelerating its losses. 1.5% loss on S&P, almost 1.6 in S&P. All the indexes are dropping. Their percentage losses are increasing right now. Right, 146.59 on GameStop. We just had a little dip come in here. Looks like we've got GameStop now down about $1.60 from its high, maybe $1.80 from its high. 146.43 coming into some selling here as the other indexes are backing off. So there's a little bit of profit taking coming in, or people kind of going, why am I holding this? Why am I? Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. AMC 1862 now, down, still up 38 cents. GameStop volume, by the way, 2.17 million. Just a nothing burger here. There is nothing to get excited about here with the volume on GameStop. 146.62 up 43 cents. Okay. Alberto saying, Bruce, I'm here. You can start your show right now. Thank you, sir. What can I say? I'll do what I can, friend. I'll do what I can. It is what it is. Let me take another peek at that contract. Frumbler is talking about his July 145s. Those contracts are now 29.80 bid, 32.85 offer. So if the stocks drop $40, my friend, then these have definitely dropped some values, because they had a $40, $45 book value at one point plus premium. Right now they're trading at $29.80 with a book value of $1.60. So yeah, they're backing off. Plummeting? No, they're not plummeting. That I grant you that. But they now have, let's see, July. So this is April, May, June, July. 3 months left to go in their lifespan. They die July 15th. We're talking about 12, 13 weeks, or 60, 65 days left to go. And they're sitting at, you said you had 145s. They're sitting at $27 or $29, $30. They're going to lose 50 cents a day every day. Time value now, 45, 50 cents a day. There you go. All right. Let's see. What do you think about AT&T, Uncle Bruce? Cindy asks me. I haven't really looked into this deal very deeply. These kinds of gigantic mergers and arrangements need to be funded with massive bond offerings. These don't come free, and they aren't generally stock deals. These are cash deals. And obviously, whoever bought it has now borrowed to get it. And so I'm not a fan of the deal. Anyway. I'm not going to read that, Credit Savage. It's all right. Everyone else can read it. It's all right. What can we do for some excitement around here? Bama Babe wants to know. I mean, we need to do so. I got to take my clothes off. That's all there is to it. I got to get naked. I don't know what I have to do. Oh my. What is going on? Yeah, Amazon pulls the trigger on up to $12 billion bonds after buying MGM James Bond franchise. Just think about that. Amazon owns MGM's James Bond franchise. Do you think getting a James Bond movie is going to be cheap going forward? I don't think so. You're never going to get them. The only way you're going to get a cheap James Bond movie is you buy it used somewhere. And the new ones, the new packaging will cost you more, because that $12 billion better pay, including all the royalties. You know that Amazon will run those MGM movies on their Prime in a rotation basis to try to keep getting you to pay $70-something a year, $80 a year, $90 a year to keep the Prime membership going. So there you have it. 147.04 now on 146.92 on GameStop, as we're jumping around a little bit here. Duncan is saying, you want some excitement going to cruise. Beach Boy, I sent a one-on-one payment over on PayPal. Hope you got it. It just landed. I just got it, sir. We will do a one-on-one this weekend, Beach Boy. You and I will have our chat this weekend, and it'll be fantastic. If you want to become just like Beach Boy, you want to become a winner like Beach Boy is a winner, you too can decide to have a one-on-one with yours truly, and we'll see if we can strategize your way to riches and make you richer. How about that? Nick, thank you, buddy, for being here, number 79. Nick and I had a one-on-one just a little while ago. And it was pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Right on, pal. Credit, Mike, $25 a month if you just paid for itself in one question. A 40-year veteran of the stock market just helped me reposition a crucial part of my portfolio real time without having an appointment. Booyah. There you go. I was assigned 10 days early. Currently rolled my last ones out to May 6th. Right on. Me too, please, says Duncan. That's right, Duncan. We got to get together, man. You got to let me know when, how, what. You got to talk to me, man. Bama, I do not think taking your clothes off would do it, though. Okay, Bama. Bama, babe. I got you, Bama, babe. You don't want to see the scars, do you? Or the stretch marks. You don't want to see any of that, huh? Okay, well, it's your, it could have been exciting. Just saying. All right. What can I say? 147.13 on GameStop. The Dow's down 341. We got 19 minutes to go, and this suffering is over. There it is. Have we got any thumbs ups today? Thank you, anybody who is hitting thumbs up. We got 84 thumbs ups right now. I'm going to ask you guys, would you mind hitting that thumbs up button right now for me and putting some heat on this thumbs up meter? That would really be great. There they are, 87. A couple more just came in. Could you guys nail that thumbs up button for me? We got 226 people here. Only 1 in 3 are hitting that thumbs up button. Guys, help me out. 93. There's 93. We're going to hit 100 in just a second here. I feel it coming right here. Boom, 96. Here we go. Break through 100. Let's go for 150, 200 thumbs ups, guys. Help me out here. 98. And here comes the triple-digit thumbs up right now. Right there it is, 102. Thank you all so much. Keep them coming in, guys. Let's get this channel rolling a little bit more. And let's get other folks finding out what our thoughts are on stock option rollovers, making money, writing calls, and our favorite stocks. 357 down dip on the Dow. We're now at 107 thumbs ups and counting. They're coming in. Thank you, guys. 110. Look at that. 110 thumbs ups. Thank you. I appreciate this. Yeah, I don't think it would do it, but I'm open to the idea. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I have a solution to fix America's problems. Do you all want to hear about it? No. I'm all paid up too, pal. You are, and I'm just waiting for you to tell me when I can do this. When are you available, man? You're not telling me. When are we going to do this? Easy, Bama, babe. Easy. Don't call down the thunder. We'll get together, Duncan. You know we will. It's only a matter of time. We will put this thing together, and it'll happen, my friend. The one-on-ones are always fun. They're always great. Looking forward to spending some time with you. The Dow down 360.61. Sixera down a nickel. Rocket Lab up 3. SoFi down 15. GameStop 146.86. Come on, GameStop, do something. AMC 18.68 up 44. Matterport 710 up 3. Matterport, 23andMe down a half a penny. Spire still down 7.9 cents. We got ATIP down 2.5 pennies. We got Smart Rent down 5.5. Pfizer down 130. HP down 41, 38.22. Robinhood up 7 cents to 11.32. Yikes. Vanik 5.34 down dip today. Home Depot 4.47 on the downside. 125 loss for IBM. Microsoft down 11 again, 11.81 on Microsoft. Another big chunk today going off. 426 drop on Apple to 165.78. Michael, you're seeing a 165 handle on your Apple. Welcome back to the party, pal. Oh my goodness. H. Gregory, thanks to you, Uncle B. I've crawled my way back from a 155 strike Apple 328 X price up to 165 expiry April 29, and I made $1,000 in the process. Nice going, pal. I love stories like this. Great that you were able to pull this off, going from the 155s. You saw it go all the way up to almost 180. Now you rolled up, and here we go. Sweet ride, baby. Nice going. That is what it's all about. Rollovers can pay. They really can. They can pay. And there's a classic example. I know a number of you on the Apple, you were playing these apples and you had to roll up. And some of you rolled up to 170s, some went to 75s, some of you got to 180s. And back came the stock, and you picked your spot where the sweet spot made sense to you to buy back your calls. Nicely done. Uncle Bruce is worth it all. Thank you, Alexander. Appreciate that. We're trying as hard as we can, man. We gotta do good stuff, make some money out there. 369 down dip on the Dow, and people are making money here. How does that happen? Do other channels have this happen? Do you go to other channels on YouTube and make money on down days, or just on this channel? I wonder. I really wonder about that. GameStop 147.01, 146.94. That's where we're at right now. All right. Alexander, it's hard to tune in when hanging out with the family. I'm traveling in Norway with the U.S. being 6 hours behind me, but here I am for the close. Kids are in bed, family's gone. Time for Uncle Bruce. Right on, Alexander. Welcome to the show, and welcome to Making Dough. How else are you going to pay for this vacation? I mean, come on. Savings? No, you make it writing options. Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to this European trip because I do know that the market will open for me, I think at 4:30 in the afternoon. It might be 3:30 in England or 4:30. I'm not exactly sure, but it's an afternoon opening. So I don't have to get up. I don't have to get up at 4 in the morning to do my shows for you guys. I can be out and about in downtown London with Jen and be ready for my show later on. Hubert Gregory H. Great, thanks, pal, for that donation on PayPal. Way to make $1,000, and thank you for the gratuity. I appreciate it. I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to being on the air at 3:30, 4:30 until 6:30, 7:30. This is easy peasy for me. Then I got a few hours off, and then I'll do the late show to close it up. But yeah, no problem. That'll be just fine. I'm looking forward to this. We'll see how this plays out between the UK, Amsterdam, and Switzerland. Absolutely looking forward to it. My only complaint, says Duncan, is that Malo Shark. My only complaint is that Bruce should be taller than 4'8". What can I say? Let's see. 2:30 in England, says Tasty Donkey. Oh, there you go. 2:30 England, 3:30 the continent. Perfect. The echo chamber is becoming cultish. Nap time yet? Duncan wants to know. 147.07 on GameStop. We're down to 13 minutes to go on this market. We're down 388 on the Dow. There is no rally at the end of the day here coming anywhere. We're down 2.1% on the NASDAQ, which is 285 points. The S&P down 71, and the Dow down 377. It's down 1.09%. Oil still negative, 375 a barrel, 94.58 right there. Oh, you betcha, Uncle Bruce. Thanks to you, I'm making money while traveling. Covered calls have changed my life. Right on, buddy. This is the thing about, I keep trying to, put the word out there for you guys that you learn how options work, and it just because you're not in front of your home setup doesn't mean you're not writing calls. It's portable. This is a strategy you can take with you. And of course, your phone or your iPad, or if you're taking a laptop with you, you're in business no matter where you are. This is the beauty of option writing. And so Alexander's in Norway, and I had Credit Savage up over in Hawaii, writing calls on vacay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Anyway, that's the deal. Let's go. Thank you all for being. Bama Babe is still waiting for Uncle Nick to give her the punchline, how to solve the world's problems. I'm saying, Nick, don't do it. Don't do it, Nick. Don't say it. Keep it to yourself. Don't say it. Oh man. We're down to 11 minutes to go, and there are stocks out there delivering returns for our investors today, our viewers today, because they're off. They're down in value, and that means covered calls and poor man covered calls are plummeting. Certainly on Pfizer, there's profits coming in there. We've got upside coming here on IBM, Microsoft, Apple. Goldman now is negative 21 cents, by the way. It was up, like I said, about $5 earlier today. Cisco down to 52.94. Definitely any calls written on Cisco in the last 2 weeks have paid off for sure. There you go. Anyone writing Amazon or Google calls, they've backed off, obviously, quite substantially. Tesla now 976, down 48.95. Did pardon me for forgetting, but Tesla, they have announced a stock split, haven't they? Am I thinking of something else? Of course, I know all about. Obviously, I know all about the split for obviously GameStop and what have you. But did they ever announce anything, or was that, or is it just rumors? Anybody want to kind of help me out there? Tesla stock split coming again? I thought so, wasn't there? Was it 5-for-1? Was it? Is that it? Or 4-for-1? I'm just curious. Vilbus, I still haven't bought back into GameStop. Just waiting for more to dip. I have been using that GameStop powder to keep adding SoFi 100 at a time. Right on, buddy. Vilbus, I'm thumbs up 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Yeah, split. Tesla will split again. They will. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. They have announced a split. Okay. And I was under the impression. I'm under the impression it's 5-for-1, but I'm not sure if it's official. Not sure if that's still to be determined. I don't know. We know GameStop hasn't announced the split. We're waiting for all that info. 390 down dip on the Dow. We're going for a 400-point drop with 9 minutes to go in the day. That's a 1.12% drop on the Dow. The NASDAQ is down 287. Alberto, thank you, buddy, for this PayPal donation. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. It just popped on their screen there. You guys are great. And H. Greger is the same. Just waiting. Let GameStop come back, then I'll buy it back. Yeah, exactly. This is no sprint. It's a marathon. Well done. 147.34 to 147.42. Looks like it just kind of seems to want to break even. Kind of wants to be in this neighborhood. I'm wondering. Anyway. Here we go. I stopped being one of us when writing GameStop cover calls because something to brag about, and Goldman Sachs became a value buy. Okay. Where else are we at here? SoFi still down 16 cents to 771. AMC up 41 cents to 1865. And Adam is saying, Uncle Bruce, could you consider this for a poll, please? Which company are people making money writing covered calls on? Answers would be GameStop, SoFi, just to know the company the majority of the people are making money on writing covered calls. Well, yeah, let us know. If you're still here, folks, tell me, there's 224 of you here. Those of you who've been making money on covered calls, what stocks have made you the most money writing covered calls against since you started writing covered calls? Tell me. Let us know. Adam would love to know. Tell us what shares have you, what companies have you written covered calls against that have made you the most actual money since you started writing calls against them or on them? Love to know the answer to that question. Right on. Gregor says, Vilbus. Coyote, I write on GameStop and SoFi. Coyote, Matterport in the past. Adam, SoFi for me. I've been making most of my money on these. I know that everyone here was writing, pretty well everybody was writing calls on Matterport. We're writing calls on SoFi. Some of you were able to write calls on Rocket Lab for a while, but obviously on GameStop. One lonely GameStop cover call, handful of SoFi and Matterport in the past is Hockey Ring. Alberto, Boeing. He's writing against Boeing and making money. FX, I'm thumbs up number 130, buddy. Right on, buddy. H. Gregory, GameStop, AMC, Poorman covered calls on IBM and Apple. There you are. Four of them. Here's how it's done. You can zero in on one stock or spread it out, and always something going on with one of your stocks. Absolutely. This is a classic case right here of how to do it. In some cases, folks want to do lots of covered calls on one, but others, they want to spread it out. Alberto, Boeing, GameStop, American Airlines, CINF, write covered calls. DJ, Goldman Sachs has been my biggest gain in regard to covered calls. Mr. T, GameStop, and AMC. Lobo, it's forbidden for me to say that particular stock. That is the one that has been very good for me. Aurora, GameStop now, SoFi and Matterport. In the past, they were giving me all kinds of money. Vernon, GameStop, some Matterport, and AMC. There you have it. If you want to learn how to write covered calls, but you don't want to risk a lot of money doing it, you kind of want to put your toe in the water and try it. well, then you can always play the game of buying a SoFi call option, like a $5 call option on SoFi, or if you can get a six, but I'd buy a five, and then writing a SoFi, $8 call for this week or next week. See how it goes. That's a poor man covered call. I mean, that would be cheap. That would be like under $500, maybe under $400 in cost of a contract. Free thinker, I still see value here, which is why I'm still paying an echo chamber. Oh, okay. Thank you. I hope you see value. We're down 436 on the Dow now, 1.2% down dip, 4 minutes to go. We're down 79 in S&P and 300 on NASDAQ. So this is a down dip market without any doubt whatsoever. We're going down today. GameStop is still at 146.95, holding a 76-cent gain. Doesn't want to back on. AMC's higher, Matterport's higher, Rocket Lab's higher. They're all defying the odds. So they're all defying gravity. They want to go the other way. Everything else seems red everywhere, from what I can see. Except the cruise lines, they're up a little bit. Lower oil prices. Yep. American Airlines up 38 cents. Moderna down 90 cents. Yep, so 436 point drop on the Dow. Hello, guys. Liz is saying hi. Hello, everybody. Hello, Liz. Sextera down a penny. Rocket Lab up 2. SoFi down 15. GameStop 146.92, up 73 cents. AMC up 45 cents. You can always buy, an AMC $15 call and then write covered calls against AMC 15s. I mean, play that game. Right now you can write like $19 calls for this Friday on AMC after you pick up a $15 call. But then again, you got to be careful of the premium, right? You got to make sure that if you're buying a $15 AMC, say for a couple of months out, 3-4 months out, you want to make sure it's not like triple its book value, right? You don't want to lose up on time value. Free thinker, your honesty was the most valuable thing I've seen recently. Most people like to just pretend they are doing better than they are. Sucks about your covered calls. There it is. Adventures, Duncan, hey Bruce, do we have any new simpletons or minions? I don't know. I haven't seen any green bars come across today, so it's been a quiet Monday. But most of the folks here just kind of roll over their membership, which is very much appreciated. Sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. Some of them are automatic and I don't get notified. But it's great to have a bunch of you here. I do note that from time to time I'll see a bunch of you send messages on here telling us that you're a 12-month member, an 8-month member, a 6-month member, a 13-month member. It's fantastic to see those. Just to let us know that you've been here for that long. It's great. I love that you guys are here. Very, very appreciative. You can always give back a little bit of your call premium to buy some downside protection if you're worried about the markets going down. Coyote, who doesn't love getting trading advice from apes with 15 GameStop shares? Enlighten us, baby. There you go. 146.98, 93, 146.93 on the GameStop. We're up 74 cents. The Dow down 434 right now, and Nasdaq down 303. S&P down 70. Looks like 77 practically. Wow. Let's see what's dipping, says Duncan. There's some dips going on. There's no doubt of that. Some more than others, some not so much. Interesting market. We're closing in a minute. We're almost closed. In 1 minute, we're going to shut her down for the day and call it a day Monday. And then we'll have 3 days left, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for this week. Friday, we're shut down. I'm not on the air Friday. That'll be a day off for me. And could I use it? Oh, yes, I can. Let's take a look here. That's weird. Since 7 months when I was writing that message, it's been 7 months. Got a new IPA over the weekend from the brewery. It's called Drinking Crayons, and I found it fitting. Free thinker, most will just write off a salty or a shill. My actions are my own. I know the risks. I just don't hear those risks being expressed here. It is what it is. You have the markets, and sometimes you make money, and sometimes you don't. But you're a long-termer. if you're a long termer, it's not a 100-yard dash. It's a marathon. Not Larry. Bellin like a felon. Titus, right on. Thank you for the bells there, DQ. Duncan, got my dip here. Got mine. The bells have been rung. The day is done. We dropped 412 on the Dow, and we're finished for the day today. Oh my. Another fun day in paradise. But some of you were able to manufacture some money today. And I'm very happy to see that. I'm happy to hear that. And thank you for those of you who occasionally send a gratuity this guy's way to celebrate those. Those are fantastic. I love seeing people making money here. I really am of the opinion that these markets are they're going to have like a down day, an up day, 2 down days, a little up day, drifting day. We're not going for new record all-time highs. Earnings season is upon us, starting the next couple of days. Next week and the week after, we're really into earnings season. I have a feeling that, unfortunately, we are going to get a lot of earnings coming out. Some will surprise, some will disappoint, as always. But we may run into a constant wave of pessimism about the next quarter and the next quarter. Once we hear management talk, I am worried about the China factor really taking over this market. I think this is going to be the talk of earnings season, the China factor. Interest rates are interest rates. Inflation is inflation. We both know about that. We all know about that. But the China problem with supply chain issues, this is something going on. We've already talked about on this channel, I've mentioned it, how Mexico right now is really becoming popular for North American distributors, North American assembly plants to get parts made just in time in Mexico is a big deal. And to have Mexican plants ship into the US very reliably goods that now can be remanufactured for the North American consumer. Definitely important. Obviously, between Canada and the US, the relationship couldn't be more important now than ever. The Canadian-American border and the Canada-US economies are so interlinked to each other that this absolute reliability of cross-border shipping of goods has now really come to the fore. I mean, we're seeing a pandemic in China just blow things out. I'm wondering if this is going to happen to India and Pakistan and perhaps Indonesia, where high population centers, maybe Vietnam, will get caught with this, variant here that's just running amok right now in China, and will really mess with global supply chain issues for parts and finished products, putting even more pressure on and more desire for the North American market to have a reliable source of goods. Home Depot can have lawnmowers made in Mexico and imported into the U.S. Like they could in getting made in China and brought into the U.S. The thing is that the Mexican delivery system is so reliable between rail, truck, and ocean ferry container ship. This you might pay a little more for the merchandise, but you get it on time. It's worth everything. I mean, somebody shows up at a Home Depot and wants to buy a $400 lawnmower and it's not there, you just lost a sale. The lawnmower is there and it costs $8 more to make in Mexico than China. So be it. You pay the price. For American security purposes and American immigration systems, and I'm now thinking also Latin America, Guatemala, Costa Rica, El Salvador. If factories can be established in Latin America for North American distribution of goods, millions of jobs created in Latin America instead of China would be the smartest thing for the United States and Canada, because the pressure for immigration into our two countries from these areas would be dramatically reduced, because these folks would rather stay home and make a living than come up here and try to make a living. Wouldn't you? I mean, you'd want to be home with your mom and dad and grandma and grandpa and aunts and uncles and cousins. If you can get a decent paying job that doesn't have those layoffs, and you don't have, you have more people earning income on a steady basis rather than people terrified of drug lords and gangs out of control because of a screwed up economy. Hey, you're not going to want to leave, and they'll stay right where they are and flourish. It would be way better for all of us up here in North America if that were the case. That's just my opinion. Anyway, there it is. It is what it is. I sees him. He's renting. He's renting now. Anyway, there you go. Thank you everybody for being here today and hanging out with yours truly. It's good to see you guys. And well, let's just see what's going on here. We got lots to follow the next few days, and we'll get ready for Easter, and then we'll see what we can do. What's happening? Yeah, here back to made in USA, made in Canada labels. Bring back mom and pops. There's that too. Yeah. Ron Williams. Yep, I'm a long termer since I'm down so much on my SoFi Inspire shares. I expect turnaround by fourth quarter, 2023. Well, we'll be around. I'm not going anywhere. No, I might be going somewhere, but I'm still on the air no matter where I'm going. So you can catch me from the UK next month, but we'll be on the air no matter where we are. Folks, thank you so much for being here today. Hope you had an okay day. Let's see what we can do tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on this whole market, all this activity going on, lots of different things happening here at the same time. Take care of yourselves. Thanks again for all of you who chipped in and helped out with some thumbs ups when I asked you for them. We got 142 in now. Thank you. If any of you can hit the thumbs up button before you go, thank you. Give us a little more momentum for this show. People can catch a rerun. Absolutely fabulous. I will see you guys, those of you who are travel nuts, we'll see you tonight on Traveling with Bruce, my other channel. We'll see you on TWB tonight. Otherwise, we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning right here before the 8:30 show. We'll do the trading alert for Gold Bagel members first thing tomorrow morning, and we'll follow what this market is going to show us overnight. All right, guys. In the meantime, take care. Thank you. Have a great evening, everybody, and be well and stay healthy for me. And let's see each other tomorrow, and let's make some more money. Simple little request, isn't it? All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye for now.